Circle's mission is different. If anybody has ever watched our live streams, if you have ever been to one of our celebrations in person, you know we're different. We are not like any church out there. We're not like any other spiritual community. Jubilee Circle, this is a spiritual dojo. This is the place where people come. They learn the inner moves. They learn the tools that they need to become the light of the world, to remember who they are, to remember that they are the light of the world and that their function in this world is to go out and be that light every single day. We are here to offer you the tools that you need to transform yourself, to expand yourself, to understand that you are the light of the world. You are the unlimited vastness of the holy. And we can help you connect, and we can help you find a community where you can grow, and you can be transformed, and you can transform the world. All right, is that the Ashokan farewell? I knew it was something like that.
It sounds like the beginning of a radio show for NPR. It's like, oh.
Welcome to NPR. No. Welcome to Jubilee Circle. Michael Reisman over there on mandolin, and Bruce Clark on the guitar on that electric wimmy diddle there. Giving you a little bit of a welcome this morning. So welcome to Jubilee Circle, and we are continuing our Via Positiva theme of How I Wonder. All this quarter, we are discovering how we can experience more miracles by remembering who we truly are when we enter the world of wonder, and we can see this world through the eyes of the holy. So here's a little quiz for you this morning. What are the most important 3 words that you can ever speak to another human being? 3 words that every human being wants to hear.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry. That's a good one. I heard I love you, but I did hear the correct answer. Let it go.
Oh, let it go. Oh.
Let it go. Oh, but how we love to hold on, to tighten our embrace on people, on things, on ideas, on our beliefs, even in the face of sure evidence that a person, thing, idea, or belief is wrong for us and is doing us more harm than good. Oh, we just want to hold on. We cling because so often we prefer the devil we know to the one that we don't know. But today, in our quest to tame the ego and to step into our higher divine self, we have to learn to embrace letting go. There's a paradox for you. Embrace letting go. Release everything, including people and things and ideas and beliefs that are keeping us stuck. Holding on to beliefs that no longer serve us is one sure way that the ego keeps us trapped in our own darkness, convinced that if we let go of any of our old ways of thinking, We're going to be called then to sacrifice everything that we hold dear. That's what the ego tells us. But the holy knows. The spiritual path is not one of addition. It's not one where we just add more ideas and more beliefs and more thoughts and emotions on top of the old ones. No, the spiritual path is one of subtraction. I was told that there would be no math, but this is what it is. Our spiritual path, it's constantly subtracting. It's constantly surrendering the ideas and beliefs that hold us hostage to our past or keep us convinced that the future is going to be better or keep us convinced that we are separate from God and everyone else. And if we are brave enough to begin the spiritual journey of subtraction, that path of letting go, then we will find that the more we let go of our ego, the lighter our load becomes in this world. And eventually, we become so light that that's what we become. Light. The light of the world, which is what we truly are. So, jubilants, I invite you this morning to start doing the math of enlightenment. Subtract anything and everything in this life that prevents you from saying, oh yeah. Please rise as you're able. And in this, we always begin. Larry, I gave you the wrong cue. That was the cue. As we begin here at Jubilee Circle, as we do every week, we remember the four elements, the air and the water and the earth and the fire. And we burn sage as a reminder that this is a safe and a sacred time. And we call the four directions to orient ourselves in this sacred time and space.
Let us turn and face the east. As this day and every day begins, Holy One, help us to let go of our expectations of the day. Help us to allow the day to unfold before us as a flower in bloom, showing us its beauty in its own time. Attune us, Holy One, to the enjoyment of each moment as it comes to us. Help us to experience the day fully, without judgment, without clinging, without fear. Help us, Holy One, to send your love before us in each moment. Quarter turn to the right, and we face the south. As the summer sizzles, Holy One, help us to let go of our tendency to complain about the heat. Instead, help us to embrace each season as it comes, whether it brings sweat or chills. When we let go of our feelings about the seasons and simply enjoy them, we can see the blessing each one brings. The sweet fruit of the summer, the blooming daylilies and hydrangeas remind us that everything in life has a season. Remind us, Holy One, that includes us as well. Quarter turn to the right, and we face the west. The West, Holy One, is all about letting go, enjoying the setting of one day and the beginning of another. As this day and every day ends, Holy One, help us to let go of any frustrations or disappointments or even the joys and gladness of the day, so that we may have room to welcome all of what the next day has in store for us. Help us to be an open channel for your love, your compassion, and mercy in this world. Quarter turn to the right, and we face the north. Our beliefs, Holy One, like the north, often get frozen in place and become immovable. Bring the fire of your passion to melt our solid beliefs that keep us feeling separate from you or any person or creature on this earth. Melt our frozen hearts so that we may be open and welcoming to everyone who crosses our path, whether we perceive them as friend or foe. Create in us the warmth you would have us bring into the world. Turn back toward the center. You'll find a bunch of folks holding on to ideas, patterns, and beliefs that no longer serve them. We all do it. None of us is immune. This morning, even if you can't seem to let go of all that you hold dear, I invite you to at least begin to loosen your grip a little bit, because it's only when our hearts, minds, and hands are open that we can ever hope to bring the kind of love into the world that will make us all say, oh yeah.
All right, I invite you in the room to remain standing. And we will sing our opening song. And I try to pick opening songs that people know. And if you're a Tim McGraw fan, you might know this song. But a lot of songs I was trying to find on the theme of letting go. It was all about, you broke my heart, so I'm letting you go. That's not really this one. So it's a little bit more along the lines. That's right. You broke my heart, so I broke your jaw. No, we don't want to go for that. So this one is like the least whiny of the Let It Go songs I can find.
That's a good one.
It's a good song, it really is. And if you're watching out there in TV land or even here in the room and you want to see the whole service lineup, you can go online. Our bulletin is online at jubileecircle.com, and you can read along with the readings and everything on your tablet device, whichever you have. What have you? All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. I've been caught sideways out here on the crossroads, trying to buy back the pieces I lost of my soul. It's hard when the devil won't get off your back. It's like carrying around the past in 100-pound sack. Today, gonna keep on walking, gonna hold my head up high, gonna leave it all behind. Today, gonna stand out in the rain, let it wash it all away. Yeah, wash it all away. I'm gonna let it go. Oh, 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 yeah. Gonna let it go. Oh, 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 yeah. Hey, everybody, I want that. Hold that, hold that. I want everybody to get this an earworm, all right? So let's go for that chorus. I just want everybody to sing that chorus so that can sort of stick with you, because I think this is a good thing to sing throughout the week. Here we go. Let's do that chorus. 2, 3, 4. Today, I'm gonna keep on walking, gonna hold my head up high, gonna leave it all behind. Today, gonna stand out in the rain, let it wash it all away. Yeah, wash it all away. Let it go. Oh, 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 yeah. Gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. Good. Skeletons and ghosts hiding in the shadows, threatening me with all the things that they know. Choices and mistakes, they all know my name. But I'm through holding on to all that pain. Today, I'm gonna keep on walking, gonna hold my head up high, got no more tears to cry. Today, I'm gonna stand out in the rain, let it wash it all away. Yeah, wash it all away. I'm gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. Gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. I know I've been forgiven. I know I'm gonna stop living. Today, gonna keep on walking, gonna hold my head up high, gonna leave it all behind. Today, gonna stand out in the rain, let it wash it all away. Yeah, wash it all away. Let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. Gonna let it go. Oh, oh, yeah. Gonna let it go. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all, you may be seated. Larry gets the last word. All right.
But it was a nice birth.
It was. That was beautiful. All right, everybody. So welcome, everyone, to Jubilee Circle this morning. We are glad to see you here this morning. Welcome to those who are visiting. You can't hide in Jubilee, so welcome. We're very glad to have you here. And welcome to everyone out there. Before we go further, I do want to thank this amazing band. We've got Janice Mewborn over here on the vocals and banjo, and Bruce Clark over here. Yeah, please, yeah. Fantastic band. Bruce Clark over here on the lead guitar, and some vocals over here, and also Michael Sprinkles Reisman over there on everything else, on the keyboards and violin and anything else we throw at him to play. He can do it. Bruce Edwards here is our Bruce. Whatever. Keith Edwards. I'm getting Larry's disease. Keith, one Bruce per band. Keith Edwards back here, that guy. We always call him that guy. Is that guy here yet? That's that dude, Keith. And over here on the drums, I would like to introduce a special friend of mine. His name is Larry Farina. And Larry and I go way back. Back in 2006, the Harriet Hancock Community Center started a radio show because that was the year that we were fighting against the marriage amendment, the anti-gay marriage amendment, which passed, by the way. Hello, South Carolina. But anyway, so we started this radio show, and Larry was our engineer and producer for that radio show called Rainbow Radio. And so Bruce told me the other day, he's like, "Hey, I saw Larry, and he's a drummer." And I'm like, I didn't know that about Larry. So we asked Larry to come and play with us. Beth has decided she wants to take a break. She's going to step back from the band for a little while because she's been my drummer since 2010, y'all. I think she deserves a break. But big applause for Beth Dehart, though, because she has held down that drummer's seat for a good 10, 11 years, and I'm very pleased about that and very indebted to her for all that she has done. And Larry's going to sit in for a little while and give us some good drumming back here. So everybody, welcome. Make Larry welcome. Like me, he will forget your name, but Tricia had to say goodbye to one of her kitties yesterday afternoon. So Tricia is at home, understandably. We're just send your heart out to Tricia today because she's suffering the loss of her 14-year-old Hermione. So we're keeping Tricia in our hearts today. So, all right. So yes, but she will be back next week. So, all right. On that sad note. Well, we love you, Tricia. We love you, and we miss you. We want you back. And it's such a sweet picture. She had a sweet picture on Facebook with Kitty and Cece, our band dog, our Jubilee dog, keeping Hermione company as she crossed the Rainbow Bridge. So we are happy for the life and happy for Tricia that she had the cat as long as she did, and for that companionship, and for Cece, an amazing puppy dog. Breathe deeply. And welcome again to Jubilee Circle. Just a little bit about us. We are an inclusive, progressive interfaith community here in Columbia, South Carolina, for those of you who are joining us out there in TV land. We teach the timeless common wisdom of love and unity that is found in mainstream religions, in metaphysical philosophies, mysticism, and the teachings of inspired secular and religious leaders throughout the millennia. And what we're trying to do here is to create a space so that everyone can find the tools and the things that they need to transform spiritually, to find life's deeper meaning, to love wastefully, to engage the world peacefully, to do justice. And that is all in an effort for us to learn how to live within our true divine self. We also recognize that we are part of God's good creation. We are created in both love and joy. That is what we are made of, other than stardust. But we humans, we often forget this. We believe that we look around this world and we believe the evidence that we are separate from one another. We see this paradoxical world as both beautiful and ugly, both good and bad, both generous and stingy. We see people as both loving and recalcitrant, yes. But let us remember our function here, Jubilants. It is to continually return to that home that we have never left, to remember who we are while we embody and become an open channel in this world for the love that created all of us. And so that's because when we do that, the whole world gets to say, oh yeah. All right, so a few announcements. Next Sunday, we're going to continue our Via Positiva theme of How I Wonder. We'll use music from Tracy Chapman, explore the wonder of words, how we use these symbols of symbols to communicate God's love. Coming up on Saturday, July 17th, beginning at 10:30, Carolyn Gregory will be hosting a workshop called Creating a Spiritual Practice. It's in your bulletin. You can read about that. It's going to uncover your limitations, develop new skills. This is all part of that transforming people to transform the world. So if you're exploring or casting around for a good spiritual practice that will help you, Carolyn's going to take you through a few that might give you ideas, maybe to deepen your current practice or find new ways to deepen that practice. So bring a journal. She says bring crayons and colored pens or pencils, so it's going to be fun. You're going to be drawing stuff. And an online version of the workshop is going to be offered on Zoom on Monday, July 19th, and we'll have details about that to share online, so you can join us on Zoom if you can't come for the in-person. So that'll be 4:30 to 6 on Monday the 19th. And coming up Saturday, July 31st, Tomorrow Quest Theater will be performing a show here at Jubilee Circle. They're the city's top improv and sketch comedy group, and they'll be here. Donations, actually tickets are $10, and then we'll have some beverages and refreshments available for folks as well. Come join them. They're really fun. And coming up in August, Steve Bennett will be our featured performer at the Jubilee Circle First Friday Open Mic and Coffee House. Open mic begins at 8, and we have usually, I think we're having a spaghetti dinner this month. So just come and eat and drink and be merry and hear some singing. It'll be great. Come and do some singing. That'll be great too. And some poetry or dancing or whatever you got. We had hula hoops one time.
Oh, cool.
She was amazing.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah. That was amazing, huh? Yeah, it was really good. And I also would be remiss to thank all of the folks who came here and spent Saturday morning here cleaning this place up. Look at how amazing this looks. This floor, I don't think, had been swept and mopped in like a year and a half. So a big shout out to Renee Moriarty for for bringing her machine and wetting it down and sucking up all the I mean, it was this wet dry vac, and it was beautiful. So thank you so much to Renee and Tom, and Todd came, and Jess came, and if I forget anybody, Bruce Edwards came. Yeah, Keith was here, and me and Beth. No, you're Keith now. You're Keith Clark now, forever and ever. You guys are just interchangeable.
So you can be Mick, right?
Right, I'll be Mick.
Okay,
Right.
Larry can be Charles.
Right.
And we're the ones.
Well, see, if you're Keith, you live forever.
That's right.
if you're Keith Richards. All right. Okay. Am I missing anything? Did I get all the announcements? I think I got it. All right. Hear these wise and holy words from this wise and holy one. She said not arrogantly at all. From A Course in Miracles, chapter 15. No one would choose to let go what they believe has value. Yet the attraction of guilt has value to you only because you have not looked at what it is and have judged it completely in the dark. As we bring it to light, your only question will be why you ever wanted it. The course is so weird. You have to read something like 3 times and go, what? Anyway. You have nothing to lose by looking open-eyed, for ugliness such as this belongs not in your holy mind. This host of God can have no real investment here. From Dr. Richard Hawkins' book, Letting Go. We fear that the inner voyage of discovery will lead us to some dreadful, awful truth. What is the real truth about this voyage? The real truth is that as we go within and discard one illusion after another, one falsehood after another, one negative program after another, it gets lighter and lighter. The awareness of the presence of love becomes stronger and stronger. We feel lighter and lighter. Life becomes progressively more effortless. Being freed from guilt brings about a renewal of life energy. And from the Muslim mystic poet Rumi, let go of your worries and be completely clear-hearted, like the face of a mirror that contains no images. If you want a clear mirror, behold yourself and see the shameless truth which the mirror reflects. If metal can be polished to a mirror-like finish, what polishing might the mirror of the heart require? Between the mirror of the heart is the single difference. Between the mirror and the heart is this single difference. The heart conceals secrets, while the mirror does not. These are wise and holy words. Thanks be to the holy. All creation is holy word. All creation speaks volumes of the holy. Hallelujah. Let's stand and sing. 2, 3, 4. Doctors have come from distant cities just to see me. Greet one another. Stand over my bed, disbelieving what they're seeing. They say I must be one of the wonders, God's own creation. And as far as they see, they can offer no explanation. People see me, I'm a challenge to your balance. I'm over your heads, how I confound you and astound you to know I must be one of the wonders, God's own creation. And as far as they see, they can offer no explanation. Excused. All right, y'all. We're going to do things a little bit differently this morning. A couple of weeks ago, we did a little meditation time, and we're going to do that again today. It's going to be a little bit shorter than last time, so don't get scared. Some people don't. Yeah, Keith, don't fall asleep. He's like, I got 15 minutes, right? I'm good. But I do, because, I can't do anything without music, so I do want to teach y'all a little chorus that we're going to sing a little bit in between a little bit of my talking here. So I'm going to talk a little bit, sing a little bit, and then we're going to meditate a little bit. So give you a little preview of what's coming up. Don't be afraid of the silence. Silence is a good thing. If you fall asleep, that's fine. I meditated for the first time ever for an hour. Usually 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I meditated for an hour, and I think I dozed like the first 30 minutes. But that's okay. If that's what your body needs to do, this is that time when you're honoring your body, when you're honoring what you need in that moment. Okay, so I want to teach you this chorus by Rickie Byars. It's a song called I Release, and it goes like this. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. Let's do that part again so you guys can get those first two lines. 2, 3. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. Second part. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Let's try it again, the whole thing. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One more time. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Every single day, Jubilants, you are changing. If you're on a spiritual path, then hopefully you're doing something every day that helps you change, to transform and grow. Physically, though, we all change every day. Your body replaces about 330 billion cells every single day. That's the equivalent of 1% of all your cells in a day. Most of those cells are in our blood and in our gut, and most of them are very, very small. Tiny cells in our blood are replaced every 3 to 120 days, and the cells lining our gut are replaced every week. In addition, we lose about 30,000 to 40,000 dead skin cells from the surface of our bodies every single minute. You lose about 500 million skin cells per day. Right here, we're all just shedding. We're just shedding machines right here, right now. Just wiping it off. Imagine, though, if our bodies did not let go of those dead cells. Imagine if the body said to itself, I worked hard for these cells. I can't just let them go. They have protected me. They have helped me to survive. I got to keep all that. I can't just let it go. The body, though, it's a lot wiser than we are. It knows when it's time to replace those dead, useless things like cells that are no longer serving a purpose. We, as the conscious beings that inhabit these human bodies, we don't get that. We hold on to things from our past, old thoughts and old habits and old patterns and old beliefs and old traditions and old grievances and old wounds and old grudges and, yes, even old joys and victories and celebrations. We love to hang on to the glory days just as much as we love to hang on to the pain. We are emotional antique collectors. We comb through our collection because we want to relive these emotions that we have amassed around these old thoughts and feelings and beliefs. We hang on to all of this, according to A Course in Miracles, because we value them. We believe that we are nothing without these things because they have become the building blocks of our identity. They give our lives meaning. If I'm not what I was in my past, if I forget my past, who will I be? We believe that all these old things define who we are. But in reality, that capital R reality, these things are about as useless as dead skin, blood, and gut cells. They're no longer serving us. And often they just keep us stuck in our small self egoic patterns. We are unable to even fathom that we have a higher divine self, much less do the spiritual practices necessary to shed all those things that keep us from living into it. So carrying around all this baggage from the past, the Course says, causes us to feel guilty. Now, the Course uses the word guilt in a very specific way. This is not your regular churchy Catholic guilt. Or Baptist guilt, we got it too. Or Jewish guilt, yeah. We feel guilty, according to the Course, because we believe that we are separate from others. We believe we are separate from ourselves and from God because we believe we have chosen, that we had a tiny mad idea, the Course says, that we were separate. And we left our true home, our true unity with God, to become this human form. And we believe that was a sin. That was the ultimate sin. And that when God finds us, God's going to punish us severely. So all that guilt we have about separating ourselves from God, we project it onto the world. We can't take it. So we attack others. We see them as the source of our suffering. We see them as the source of our shame. If those people would act right, I would be good. That's what we value in this world. We value this illusion of security that the body gives us. It's this guilt, the Course says, that we have to bring to the light of love and truth. We only perceive darkness in ourselves, the Course says, because we value it. And we give it the power to run our lives. We give it the power to become our identity, who we believe we are. And we think that if we let go of this identity, this darkness, our sense of guilt or unworthiness, that it will result in our actual physical death. But the opposite is true. According to the Course, letting go of the things that no longer serve us is the path to life. All we need to do is nothing. We don't need to overcome. We don't need to to fix anything. The Course says we simply look open-eyed. For ugliness such as this belongs not in your holy mind. The host of God can have no real investment here in this outer world. Our bodily hosts, they're wise enough to know that it can have no real investment in dead cells, so it lets them go. In this moment, jubilants, your bodies are letting go. At the rate that your cells are dying and regenerating, there is a brand new you created every 180 days. 180 days ago, you were not what you are right now at a cellular level. You're different. Spiritually speaking, though, a brand new you can be created in every present moment. But only if you're willing to let go of who you believe that you were even just a second ago, because that person isn't the same. You've already shed 30 or 40 million skin cells. In that past minute, you're not even the same as you were a minute ago. But spiritually, are you willing to let go of what you think you are so you can become what is emerging out of you now? Breathe deeply. Sing with me. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One of the patterns I recently let go was a feeling of unworthiness that sprang from my parents' divorce way back when I was 9 years old. Because of that event, I developed a pattern of anger and cynicism. And it helped me survive. It helped me survive that very real sense of abandonment that I felt from my father. He left, that was it. I'm the last of 5 kids. I have three older siblings that are a bit older than my brother and I, who are only 2 years apart. So when Dad dashed, Doug and I were left at home. The other three kids were gone. And my dad told my mother, Barbara, Linda, and John are my kids. Doug and Candace are your kids. That's what he said. He was a sweetheart of a guy. At a recent 2-day meditation retreat I attended, the leader did an exercise with a guy who had a very similar event happen in his life. And the leader made the point that by not fully accepting the statement, my father did not choose me, as completely true without judgment or explanation, if he didn't do that, he was refusing to let go of a pattern of unworthiness that was continuing to plague him. My father did not choose me. I said those words out loud, and I burst into tears about the same time this guy did. I have done a lot. Over the years, I have done a lot of forgiveness work around my dad. And I did let go of that angry, cynical identity many, many years ago as part of that transformation. But this was the final step that I really needed for release. It's absolutely true. My father did not choose me. He walked away. He disowned me and my brother. He said it out loud. So I can either be upset about that right now and keep being upset about that, or I can go, yeah, that's what happened, and let it go. But you know, the real breakthrough moment for me came when I replaced that fact with better facts. You know what? My mother did choose me. And there was a time when my mother was dating a guy, and he proposed to her, and he said, I want to marry you and take you and Candace back home to North Carolina with me, but you can't bring Doug. And my mother said, sorry. My mother chose me, and she chose my brother. She might have had second thoughts about Doug, but I don't. He's got his own set of problems. But the biggest recognition and what brought the biggest release was saying this: I choose me. I choose me every day that I see the old patterns that no longer serve me. And I make space for them to be seen, for them to be loved, for them to be healed and released. I choose me every single day when I refuse to store more junk in my body by releasing thoughts and emotions that tempt me to turn them into grievances or even those old memories of glory days of happiness and joy. I choose me. Every single day I remember that I am the light of the world, and my only function here is to be an open channel for God's love in this world. That's the power. I want you to say that with me right now. I choose me. Say it. I choose me. There's no one else who needs to choose you. You are God in a bodysuit. When you say, I choose me, you are choosing who you truly are. You're not choosing the old stuff. You're not choosing your memories. You're not choosing your grievances. You're not choosing all that crap, or even all the good stuff you remember. You choose you in this present moment. And the fact that y'all are in this room right now doing this work, you've already chosen you. You've chosen that spiritual path. Let's say it again so it's really powerful for you. I choose me.
I choose me.
Every single pattern, every single thought or belief or grievance that you hang on to, it's a barrier to love. It stands in the way of that true grandeur that is trying to emerge from you. You can call it your purpose or your calling, but we all have something amazing to contribute to this world. It's just trying to emerge from you at every moment, and we're there blocking it with worries of, what, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Do people really like me? Who cares? You do. You choose you. Jesus said last week to Peter, he said, what's going to happen to that guy? Don't you worry about him. You follow me. You choose you. Don't worry about the rest. We have to be willing to take this inner voyage, as Richard Hawkins calls it, and then be willing to discard one illusion after another, one falsehood after another, one negative program after another. If we do that, he says, we will find that the darkness that we have invested so much in will start to fade. And what replaces it, he says, is the awareness of the presence of love. As that presence of love becomes stronger, he says, we will feel lighter and lighter. Life becomes progressively more effortless. It's effortless because we have let go of our guilt. We have let go of that thought or belief or feeling that we're not worthy of our true function as the light of the world. Hawkins says, being freed from guilt brings about a renewal of life energy. After I let go of all that crap with my dad, I could have run a marathon. Ooh, man, the energy. I was lighter. I could have gone and weighed and lost 20 pounds. When you embrace the light, you get lighter in every way. Life becomes effortless. Letting go of anything that no longer serves you, just like our body shedding all these old dead cells, it brings new life. And it instantly creates a brand new you. You don't have to wait 180 days. Breathe deeply. Let's sing a couple of more times. We're going to polish the mirror for a few minutes. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. Isn't that what they always promise? No more struggle, no more strife. And we go, what? I'm telling you, this is how it works. Let go of your worries, that ancient Muslim mystic poet Rumi wrote. Be completely clear-hearted, like the face of a mirror that contains no images. If you want a clean mirror, he says, behold yourself and see the shameless truth. Behold yourself, the capital S, self, and see the shameless truth which the mirror reflects. If metal can be polished to a mirror-like finish, what polishing might the mirror of the heart require? Between the mirror and the heart is that single difference. The heart conceals secrets, while the mirror does not. So in this meditation time, Jubilants, I'm going to give you an opportunity to polish the mirror of your heart. This is indeed the whole purpose of meditation, to see clearly the secrets that our hearts conceal, to make space for them, to love them so they can be released and healed. The goal of life, my friends, is simply let go of your worries, as Rumi says. Let go of your worries and be completely clear-hearted. So I invite you to step into this place of clear-heartedness. And one of the things you can do in meditation, if you're like, I don't know what to do, let your thoughts run around. That's fine. If they're going to run around like a puppy and pee in the corner, that's okay. Let them do it. It's all right. Your thoughts have done that their entire life, so just let them run. But sometimes you can quell those thoughts by maybe asking yourself a question. Ponder on something. What's trying to emerge from me at this time? What new me is trying to come into the world? What are the things that I need to shed? What are the things that I am not seeing? What are the things that I'm unwilling to see? What do I need to let go of in this moment? And remember, as we meditate, there's no right and wrong way. Your mind can wander. And one of the most powerful tools, I think, is that if a thought comes up, just label it instead of making it your own. Instead of saying, I feel bored, I feel anxious, I feel hungry. Take the I out. Say, anxiety arises, hunger arises, doubt arises. Because when we say, I feel or I think, we judge it. I'm bored. Well, I shouldn't be bored. I'm here trying to. Well, now you're judging it. If you're bored, you're bored. All right, fine. Boredom. Boredom is here. Anxiety is here. Hunger is here. Thoughts about lunch are here. It's okay. It's okay. Label them, but don't own them. It will change. It will change how you perceive it. You are the big sky. The thoughts are just a cloud. They're not your clouds. They're just clouds going by. So don't own it. And don't be afraid of the silence. Sometimes people find it uncomfortable, but the point is just to listen. Remember, the Spirit is the still small voice. And we hear that in the silence when we get quiet. And practice inclusive meditation. Pema Chodron talks about this. Whatever sounds are going on around us, if a siren comes by or whatever, just include that in your silence. Note it. Siren. Let it go. Someone coughs. Let it go. Not, some people are like, I'm meditating. You got to be quiet over there. Stop it. Now you're not meditating. Now you're judging. It's all about subtraction. So let go of everything. So make it all part of your experience. All right, breathe deeply. I invite you to feel the chair beneath you, the beanbag, whatever you are, the bed, if you're out there. Whatever you are feeling supporting you in this moment. I invite you to relax into it. Let it hold you. Let it embrace you. We don't have to believe that gravity is going to keep us rooted in place. We just know it's a fact. So I invite you in this moment to just know that you're held. Know that the force that grows the trees, the force that blows the winds, the force that grows the grass, that grows your hair and your fingernails, it's just doing its thing. That's the energy that you are. That's the energy that you are part of. Feel that flow within you. Really feel into your body in this moment. Whenever you feel bored, remember, there's always something going on. If you ever listen to somebody else's stomach, it is a cacophony down there. Your bodily processes, they're just doing their thing right now. Something's always going on, always going on. Be thankful for that. Be thankful you don't have to think about, okay, I'm going to have to digest my food now. It's just doing it. That's the miracle of you. So I invite you to thank yourself for that miracle, that energy. Breathe deeper. I'm going to shut up for a few minutes. Let y'all enjoy. Michael can keep playing if he wants. Give you a little bit of something for those of us who don't like the silence. invite you to begin to bring your body, your thoughts, your consciousness back into the room. Someone may need to wake Keith. You heard his name. That was really only about 5 minutes, y'all. I invite you, I challenge you to do that longer. 10 minutes even, 15 minutes. That's your homework assignment. Do an hour. I did an hour and it was amazing. And my ego, my little mind was going, you could be accomplishing so much in this hour. You could go, you could write, you could do this, you could do that. And I'm like, let's be honest. I'm going to scroll Facebook. That was what I was going to do with that hour. And I know it. I'd be like, okay, I'll scroll Facebook for 5 minutes, and then an hour later, you're like, what? What happened? You know it's true. And so I'm like, no, I'm going to go sit. Put the phone on an hour. It flew by. It was great. I mean, especially the first 30 minutes when I dozed. It was nice. But that's what my body needed, and that's what we did. And it was so much more refreshing than doom scrolling Facebook for an hour. Breathe deeply. And we've been singing this Rickie Byars song in sort of a meditative fashion, but she does it at a tempo. So let's wake ourselves up for meditation and sing a little faster, too. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Okay, white people, stand up. You're fine. You're good. The rest of these white people need to move around. Let's do a little clapping and have some fun with it. Come on. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Come on, clap now. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One more time. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Big ending. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. One more time. I release and I let go. Oh, yeah. Right, y'all. You may be seated. All right. So that's usually. I do want to say to the folks out here and folks in here that over the past, is my microphone not? I think my microphone is dead. All right.
We're just talking to the side of it.
All right. Yeah, I think my battery died. Okay. It's just meditating. My battery's just meditating. But I wanted to thank everyone for the support that they have been giving to Jubilee Circle over the COVID year and a half or so. And of course, we're not completely out of COVID, so we still are in need of support. We still are in need of your gifts and offerings, whether they are monetary or the time that folks spent here yesterday helping us clean this building and make it look all beautiful again so folks can come. I think we have about 20 people in the building this morning, so thank you all for coming. We really appreciate y'all coming back and supporting us in that way. And so one of the things that we are excited about Jubilee Circle is that we're back and we can use our building, and we're going to start with some workshops. Carolyn's workshop is coming up on the 17th, and we've got more workshops, a meditation retreat, all sorts of other things coming up in the pipeline. So we are going to become that spiritual community, that place where you can come and grow and become who you are supposed to be, who you really are. And we are going to have those sorts of opportunities coming up, and we need your support and your time and your money, of course. And you can give online at jubileecircle.com. You can give through Venmo to @JubileeCircle. So there's a direct link. I'm sure Jim is showing that. And one other thing that I forgot to say is a happy birthday to Jim Mounts. He turned the big 6-0 this past Friday, or Thursday. It was Thursday, yeah. So he's a jewel over there. Speaking of people who are giving their time and talents, that would be Jim Mounts. He's making us look good out there in TV land, making us look good and sound good. All right, so we will adjourn to our Zoom room. We do a little hybrid meeting afterwards where we can chat with one another, and you're welcome to join us. There is a link at jubileecircle.com or on our Facebook page. And do remember that if you're not going to join us, or if you don't want to stay in the room for the meeting afterwards, have a great week. Remember, as Meister Eckhart says, if the only prayer you ever say your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. And so together we say, thank you, and we say...